Hey guys, Trevor Hold here. It's the 29th of April 2025. I got the light shining in my eyes, so just bear with me. It's Tuesday on the 16th of April 2025. Bruce Matthews and his soldiers, accompanied by Queensland Police, raided my property, my private property, and my peaceful, lawful activities, and stormed with I don't know how many people, distributing poison on my property, stressing out my animals. I left this property in an ambulance, and by the time I got back with 5 stitches in my hand, in my web, there's still a bit of a scar there. I come back and one of my heavily pregnant cows had given birth in the toxic poison that these arseholes put down on my ground. I got home, there was a cow in labour for 6 or 7 hours up to that night, about 6 or 7 o'clock that night, in a lot of discomfort and stress as a result of dozens of people stressing out her environment. The National Fire Ant Eradication Program has been told before that the fluoro shirts of these people and the sheer volumes of these people distributing these toxic chemicals in these cows' paddocks causes them to stress out and causes harm. And heavily pregnant cows that are stressed out can lead to negative outcomes. I was very fortunate with just bear with me guys, it's very dark, I'm just trying to see what I'm doing as well. I was very fortunate with the heifer that was born on that day. There's been no problems with her, and the cow that went into labour that evening for several hours lying in much discomfort ended up getting up, and earlier this week her baby came, and there seems to be no problems with that calf. So a third calf from a heavily pregnant cows that were stressed and tormented by the National Fire Ant Eradication Program is dead. Dead. A dead little boy, a black little boy, and you can see over there, I got my tractor, I had to dig a hole for this calf to be buried on my land, the third such one that the National Fire Ant Eradication Program has been responsible for. Duty of care by Roger Morris was not taken. When I told him I had a reasonable excuse, he failed to listen to me. He failed to take events that were happening on this current day, on that day, into account, and they recklessly decided to treat my property regardless, to set an example and to make a martyr out of me, I suppose. Do not bloody protest against the National Fire Ant Eradication. Well, guess what, guys? Yous are doing harm. You continue to do harm to me and my family and my livestock. And I got a stillborn calf right here, dead. Another one. That's the third cow the National Fire Ant Eradication Program has killed, and it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough, guys. And there was no need to stress out my cattle on the 16th of April when you come with so many people. I had a treatment plan in place already. I've already complained that you've run them through the barbed wire fences. You've injured them through the fences several times, once with the helicopters, once with the motorbikes. You just don't give a shit about private property rights and my animals and my business. This is costing me money. This is the third one that you have killed as a result of your reckless behaviour. Here, Joe. So I got to put this little boy prematurely He didn't get a chance to live his life in a hole, in the ground, in my soil, because Roger Morris couldn't give a shit about what he's doing or making decisions that suit me and my circumstances on the day that they arrived. They are a mob of bloody brutal assassins that literally kill cows for a living. Literally, dead fucking calf, born, stressed out on the day when they wouldn't even listen and wouldn't take into consideration my reasonable request. Now Trish, I think her name was, the police officer, she had a duty of care to make him listen. She was here allegedly to keep the peace. But no, the police were used to force entry and to force their way onto my property to make an example that no one should talk about the National Fire Ant Eradication Program because they're doing good work. There hasn't been a single fucking ant on this property ever. Never. I haven't even seen one in the area. And you come on here since 2019 distributing your fucking shit, stressing out my cattle, stressing out my bloody family, costing me money, and you don't give a shit. So this is on you, the third dead calf the National Fire Ant Eradication Program is responsible for. This calf was stillborn as a result of being stressed out on the 16th of April with dozens of people in the paddocks distributing chemicals in their high-vis fluoro shirts, causing harm as per normal. And that's what the National Fire Ant Eradication Program does, guys. That's what they do. Graham Bolton needs to be fucking sacked immediately. He needs to be stood down. Parrott, Tony Parrott, Anthony Parrott, you are no good. At the top, you've been there for what, 6 months, and you're still doing harm. You don't listen to people. I'm a biosecurity entity registered as a commercial farmer. You can't even be bothered to come and see me. You just make up bloody all this bullshit and about all this other crap that goes on, but it's your people that are doing harm to my animals and to my livelihood. So Tony Parrott, you need to stand down for Minister of Agriculture immediately, from the Department of Primary Industries immediately. Rachel Che, you need to go as well. Ash Bacon, you all need to go because you're doing harm to everyone. You're not listening to anybody and you continually do harm. There is no fire ants here. There's no need to get bolt cutters on my front gate and force entry with armed police to distribute these chemicals when I had a bloody reasonable excuse to deny entry, you wankers. This is on you, again, my third calf.